Now, we know the media love to cover things up. In fact, they literally do it every day, I would say. In this day and age, it literally depends on the politics of the situation as to how the media will cover it up and if they'll even cover it at all. Politicians and shit, even the police, are literally the same at this point. Most will remember Labour MP Naz Shah retweeting a post saying the girls in Rotherham should shut their mouths for the sake of diversity. Obviously, this is in relation to what the BBC would call a diverse, mostly peaceful and sometimes rapey gang of Asian men. They won't point out that they are mostly Pakistani or Muslim, no, instead they will call them Asian to lump them in with an entire continent, let's be honest. This is obviously despite the fact that these same media outlets scream about women's rights and how men oppress them just by looking at them as they walk down the street here in the UK. Well, shockingly enough, it's not just white girls the media and police fail to report on correctly when men from an ethnic minority background commit heinous crimes against them. As most won't know, recently in Manchester we had a woman burnt to death in what has been grossly misreported by the BBC and even Greater Manchester Police. Breitbart, an American outlet, is where you have to go to hear the actual story on this and the fact that the media have tried to cover it up here. While British police and media made out like she died in a house fire, it actually turns out she was set alight in the fucking street by 3 men. From what I can tell so far, all happen to be known to her. This, I have to say, makes me think that it's an honour killing, possibly involving family members close or distant, husband and his family or some shit like that, maybe. Either way, the actual murder of this woman, as terrible as it is, pales in comparison to the BBC and police actually misreporting this story like they have. We have to remember that we got a public service broadcaster and publicly funded police force essentially covering up a serious crime for literally no reason, other than trying to avoid talking about honour-based killings within certain communities. You know, shutting up for the sake of diversity, as Naz Shah would say. Breitbart though state here Sarah Hussain, 31, was found ablaze on East Street, Bury, in the early evening of July 31st. According to a short report buried in the Manchester subsection of the England subsection of the UK section of the BBC News website, which has now been changed to say she was on fire in the street after Breitbart called them out. It says 3 men aged 24, 26 and 34 were said to have been arrested in connection with the incident and subsequently bailed pending further investigation, it says. Some details mentioned in the BBC's decidedly low-key report on Sarah's death were curiously absent from a Greater Manchester Police News Bulletin report in the same incident, titled simply "Family of Kind and Hard-Working Woman Who Died Following a Fire in Bury Paid Tribute." Yes, incredible shit, but trust me, it continues further on. The GMP bulletin did not mention Sarah being found on fire in the street, but only that police were called just after 7:30 PM on Friday the 23rd of July to reports a woman had been badly burned at an address on East Street in Bury. I mean, what the actual fuck is going on with that there? The police call itself would have said that a woman's on fire in the street, so it's beyond scummy that the police up there would run damage control for criminals for no reason like they have here. I mean, it says even further down that they did not even confirm in the bulletin that 3 men had been arrested for this complete shit show. This to me shows what a clown country that we are living in at the moment. The powers that be are either corrupt or incompetent. Shit, at this point it could be both. Either way, it's a fucked up situation that has the media and police covering up the true nature of certain crimes, and in fact the criminals as we see there.